search, right? And you get that lowest signal where you think the person is. Stick the probe in the snow. 2 hands, put it in the snow straight up and down. Push it down until it won't go any farther or until you hit somebody. You'll know you hit somebody, you'll kind of feel something like that, a little soft and squishy. Don't worry about hitting that guy hard because he's going to be
You don't need to harpoon him now.
You don't need to harpoon him. Don't be afraid. You guys might have to push down, you know, to get it through the snow. So the proper probing technique, this is important. You put the probe in where you think that lowest signal is. You don't get a strike. You don't hit the person. You start moving in a spiral, you know, about a foot between each strike and a foot, you know, in each circle getting about a foot bigger, and you're just going in a circle like this, right? And my circle gets pretty big. I'm going to hit that person eventually. Random probing, no good. You don't know where you probe. This is a systematic way. You know exactly what ground you've covered. You're going to hit that person probing with a spiral. Once you hit that person, you leave the probe in the ground. You don't take it out. You have the shovel. Assemble the shovel, the handle into the shovel blade. Get a click. It's got an extendable handle. Click. Start digging. You don't want to dig straight down on the probe. You want to get just downhill the probe, you guys. Start moving snow like you're paddling with a canoe, okay? You're tunneling into the person. You're not coming straight down onto them. These things, pretty handy. This thing will cut through just about anything. Comes apart like that. Also in these packs is a radio, okay? And I'll show you the little instruction card. If there is an avalanche, the first things you do is turn the radio on. There's this dial right here on the right, the little dot on it. Turn it all the way to the right, it'll make that noise. Channel 2 will talk to any of the guides or the helicopter on the hill. So, press the button here, avalanche, that's all you got to do, okay? And then someone's going to start asking you questions. If you don't get anybody on channel 2 to respond, turn it to channel 1 and you'll be talking to Rubby Base here. And they'll walk you through what to do. So that's all in the back part. The card is in this front pouch right here. It's right here. So everybody can kind of take a look at it if you want during the day or at lunch or something. And
you have to bring your own reading glasses.
It's pretty small, but I mean, there you go. Start at the top. Avalanche protocol. Sound the alarm, turn radio to channel 2, report avalanche. And then it runs you right through the steps of doing an avalanche rescue. And with that, Mr.
Yeah, basically you guys, just the most important thing is always just sound the alarm with the radio, and there's going to be a lot of people coming your way. We'll start the heli orientation, and I know you guys have had a lot of information kind of thrown at you today, but this is kind of one of the big ones. So we always start this orientation back by this sign, which everyone can see says do not pass this point without a guide. What that means is you will never, ever, ever, ever get closer than this to the aircraft without your guide. So for instance, if we've skied a run a couple times and your guide says, hey, you know what, you guys, let's ski together, it's kind of low angle and we're going to ski out the bottom, he's like, go on, I'll meet you down above the aircraft. You're going to stop at least this far from the aircraft, if not further. If you're ever to get separated from your group and you get down towards the bottom, you're going to stop at least this far from the aircraft. If there's a group loading, don't worry, it's not your group, it's the group in front of you. Your group will be showing up behind you shortly and giving you a hard time, but no worries. Also what that means, you guys, is once we're within this distance to the aircraft, all skiing and riding is done. We're now approaching an aircraft, so that means is no more powder turns. We're skiing nice and slow, in control, in the guide's tracks to the aircraft. Alright, we'll go into the aircraft, you guys, and whenever we're around the aircraft, even when it's shut down, no matter what, we always drag our skis by their tips. Alright, here we go.